Hey guys, I hope that you enjoyed that book, Henri's Scissors, about Henri Matisse, who was a fabulous artist, used beautiful, beautiful colors that were really, the use of those colors was really unheard of during his time. In fact, a critic once called him a fauve, which is a French word for wild beast. So he was wild about color, and he used beautiful colors all throughout his art. But when he became sick, he was not able to get up and paint like he used to, and so he began to use scissors to create his art. So today we are going to use Henri as inspiration for a collage project. So today you need a large sheet of paper. Mine is just a 9x12 piece of construction paper. You can use any piece of paper you want, any colored paper or white. Regular copy paper works. You're also going to need some form of glue. Glue stick or just regular glue. School glue is fine. You're going to need a pair of scissors. You'll need something to write with. And you're going to need several scraps of colored paper. Now, you may not have just regular colored paper laying around your house, and that is not a big deal. So, what you're going to have to do with your parents is kind of go on a paper hunt. And this is kind of fun. So, you could use some old catalogs. You could use magazines, papers out of magazines. I found this old envelope that was a pretty color. I even went into my wrapping paper stash and picked out several different styles. Wherever you can find some colored paper is perfectly okay. If you cannot find colored paper, it may not be quite as fun as what we're going to do, but you can still, I'm losing paper, guys. You can still do this project with us. You'll just need an additional sheet of white paper or some index cards, and you will just have to use some colored markers to draw your shapes out and then color them in and cut them out. Okay? Alright, so if you're using colored paper, it's usually colored on both sides, so it's not a big deal. If you're using wrapping paper or magazines or catalogs, remember that we don't want our pencil markings or our marker markings to be on our artwork, so you're going to work on the opposite side of the paper. Today we are going to talk really quick about shapes, because Henri Matisse used shapes called geometric shapes or free-form shapes. We've talked about these before. Remember, organic shapes are those shapes that we find in nature, right? So clouds and leaf shapes, anything that does not follow those math rules, right? We also have shapes that are geometric shapes, right? And he used some of those as well, but today we're going to focus mainly on freeform shapes, but you are welcome to include some geometric shapes as well. You may want to just do a little independent sorting activity if you want. You could create a bunch of geometric shapes, a bunch of freeform shapes, and then you could sort them into those categories if you want. That's just an extra little exercise you could do. Alright, so I'm going to start out. You can use a pencil, whatever you need to. I'm going to use Sharpie just so that you can see easily. Alright, and I'm going to draw some shapes. Alright, keep in mind you have to cut these out, so you may not want them too intricate. I'm going to flip this over. You kind of have to guess. So sometimes it's hard. Right. Some wrapping paper. I may do a triangle here. And maybe like, almost like a clover. Alright. Again, I want to use this beautiful blue. So I'm going to work on the back of my paper. let's see if I could do kind of like, it's kind of big, maybe like a tree shape. That's certainly organic. Alright, let's use, right, and you want some kind of big shapes as well, because we got a big piece of paper to fill up here. So just a bunch of random shapes. Maybe this right here on this flap. And some more here. Alright. Then you're going to cut out all of these shapes. If you want to pause this or fast forward while you're working on these, please feel free to do so. I'm going to work and I'm going to chat with you guys because I miss you guys. We're only a couple days into this distance learning thing, and it's not nearly as easy. I love that color. It's not as easy as I thought it would be, guys. Like, I have some technology issues, crazy things happening. Can't figure out how to speed up part of my videos so that you don't have to sit here and watch me cut out shapes or color in little specific things. I've tried to record videos and my dogs have started barking and you can't hear me talking. I was recording a video for 4th grade just a few minutes ago, and the alarm on my phone went off not once, but twice. So definitely a learning curve, but honestly, the biggest thing, guys, is just I miss y'all. And it's only been, you know, a couple of days, kind of like a weekend, but, you know, normally on the weekend, like, I know that you'll be there Monday. So it's just kind of, it's different, but we're making it. I have found time to clean my house, which desperately needed. I crocheted a little bit last night. I have this huge canvas sitting over in the corner of my studio that I'm hoping to get to. I bought it a couple months ago to make a painting for my dining room. Oh, you know what? I just realized that I did not do this on the correct side. Oh, but look, I got lucky. There's color on that side too. Yay. Yeah, so I hope y'all are doing that. I mean, schoolwork is important. You need to do your schoolwork. It's also really important in times like these that you find time to do the things that you enjoy. Make sure you're spending time with your families. Maybe playing board games or playing some kind of sport outside together. I'm trying to avoid the temptation to binge watch Gilmore Girls. I don't watch a lot of TV, but I have a few old tried and true favorites that I like to go back to. I have a couple of books that I'm hoping to get some time in. But most of my time so far has been spent making these videos for you guys, because I still want to, even though I can't see your faces and I can't get hugs and you know, I can't see your art as you're working on it. I still really want to do art with you guys. So this is my main focus right now. I'm actually in a few minutes gonna go, my sisters and I are going to paint some door hangers. So that'll be fun. I'm actually gonna paint one to go on our classroom door. So I'm excited about that. I'd love to see pictures of what you guys are doing, or like little short videos. If you want to send me a video telling me about it. If you're doing art that's not just the art assignment, please feel free to send that to me too, guys. It'll help me stay connected to you guys in this, during this distance learning thing. Which oh, did you see that? Just like the days in the classroom, it froze up on us a little bit. I don't know why this thing likes to do that so well, but it does. All right. So do you guys remember I have those 4th grade self-portraits hanging up in the room, around the room as they were working on them? The really bright colored ones. Some of them are striped. Some of them had like spots. Those were inspired by Henri Matisse as well. As I said before, he was an artist, and he experimented with several different styles, but he's one of the main artists known for Fauvism. And they got that word from that critic I was saying. He, at the time, most of the artwork in that day was very realistic when it came to the colors. And Henri Matisse and a couple of other artists at that time began to use color in new and exciting ways. And I think that's probably why he's one of my favorite artists. Just, I don't know, his use of color is beautiful, and you guys know that I love color. So he's a great artist to work with. My 2nd graders, I think, also did one of his artworks. He did a painting called The Goldfish. And my, I think 2nd graders did a painting of that as well. So yeah, it'll be my 3rd group of guys this year that have done a Matisse artwork. Another artist that I really like for their use of color is a mid-century modern artist by the name of Rex Ray. He's actually a collage artist as well. And I really love his artwork. I'm using him as inspiration for the artwork that I want to do for my dining room. We're in the process of slowly working through the house and getting things how we like it. Right now we're working on the living room. I just painted this beautiful gallery wall that I'm working on, this amazing like navy blue color. It's really pretty. Then we got to paint the rest of the room and the hallway this really pretty gray color. I can't decide what color I want to paint my dining room, but we use we've been collecting a lot of pottery pieces, like coffee mugs and bowls that are these really pretty like blues and greens and browns. Lots of just natural colors that you find. And so I kind of want to go off of that. And Rex Ray has this beautiful artwork. Actually, now that I think about it, it is, you may remember it, it's hanging on the back cabinet in the classroom. There's this really pretty artwork with blues and greens. And it's made up of just shapes. That's Rex Ray. And so I kind of use him as some inspiration with some mid-century modern shapes. I recently purchased some alcohol inks, and you have to use them with this paper called Yupo paper. And so I want to experiment with those, maybe even do some collage work with them. So I have to see. If I ever get around to that, I'll be glad to share it with you. Alright, I think this is going to be my last one I'm going to cut out, just so that this video isn't too long. You can certainly keep working on your shapes. Alright, so I have all of these different shapes, different colors. Alright, I actually probably could have used a few more. Well, I didn't position those very well, did I? What we got there? Some of that blue. Alright, so now I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to start gluing these down. I'm going to use my glue stick. You, again, if you want to use some school glue, that's what you have, you're welcome to use it. Pretty much everybody said they had one form of the glue or the other. If you don't have glue at home, you can always lay the collage pieces down and then take a photo of your arrangement. So while we're talking about that, so any of the assignments that you do for me, you're going to take a picture of, and you're going to submit it to me one of two ways. So originally I wanted everybody to use Portfolio, which if you did the welcome activity, that's where you did that from, where you told me your favorite thing about art. And thank you so much for those responses. So you could do that. If you are one of my families who are having a hard time trying to get Portfolio to work for you, you are not alone. I am fielding questions every day of people trying to get Portfolio to work. It is not happening. For whatever reason, I don't know if it's the different devices we're all using or what's going on with it, but some people the directions work super smoothly for. Others are having a really, really difficult time with that. And I've had to send codes. Some people, the codes aren't working. If you want to overlap these, feel free to overlap your shapes. So, all that to say, if you cannot get Portfolio to work for you, don't stress about it. Send me a message that with your artwork, and that will work as your submission as well. We got enough stuff going on right now than to worry about making sure it's submitted into only one particular thing. However you can get it to me works. The important thing is I just want you guys to keep creating, keep using, you know, your imagination and your creativity. It's like any other muscle in your body. If you don't use it, you lose it. So we got to keep that creativity together. Alright, I am almost done wrapping up here. I cannot wait to see if I had a little bit more time. I would probably do more papers than this, but that's okay. Alright guys, I will see you next week. I cannot wait to get pictures of your beautiful artwork. Again, send those through Portfolio or through a private message to me. Until then, have fun, be safe, and be creative. Love you guys.